Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Cassandra. I am so excited that you are here. Today, we are going to work with the thoughts and the mind, and we will go ahead and see where that takes us. Let's begin in a comfortable seated or lying down position. Go ahead and take several moments to adjust your seat, your space that you're lying on, the fold or straightening of the legs, maybe the room's temperature. You might need a fan on or off. You may need a blanket or a pillow. So just continue to move and adjust until you are completely comfortable, seated or lying down. Let's take some time to really work with our thoughts. One of the things that usually happens when thought is present is that we are moving in and out of periods of having thoughts and then periods of not having thoughts. The period without thoughts may only be a few seconds, or it might be a little bit longer. But if you are watching thoughts in the area of the brain, we're just going to be with noticing and witnessing what the content is without judging it or trying to change it today. We're going to give our mind something to focus on, which often helps us get out of a train of thought and come back into the present moment. So today, our goal is to be a non-judgmental witness of our thoughts. We're not trying to change them or describe them as good or bad. We're just noticing, being present with exactly what is going on right now. Imagine you are sitting behind your brain and just watching your thoughts play through your mind, sort of like you sit down and watch a movie. Just witness. As your mind wanders or judges, you might try focusing on softening the forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. And when you do that, come back to noticing what is happening in your mind right now. So focusing on softening your forehead, eyebrows, and eyes can be your anchor in the practice today. So you're going to use that as soon as you notice your mind is wandering. Come right back to focusing on softening your forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. You may choose to use your breath as an anchor instead. So each time you notice yourself judging, trying to change your thoughts, you're just going to come back to the sound and sensation of your breath. Let's try that a few times here. Allow the mind to wander as it naturally does. As soon as you become aware of that wandering, go ahead and breathe in through the nose. And then as you breathe out through the mouth, soften your forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. Let's try that again. Breathing in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, soften your forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. Notice what's happening in your mind right now. So as your mind wanders this time, you may choose to use your breath to bring you back to the present moment. As soon as your mind begins wandering, take a deep inhale through the nose. Listen to the sound of the breath coming in. Feel the temperature. And then exhale through the mouth, pursing the lips, blowing nice and slowly out. Just listening to that sound, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. As your mind wanders, notice what are the patterns. What do you typically go to, or what is your experience with what you're going to right now? As the thoughts continue to come in, notice what type of thought it is. We sometimes notice and label thoughts something like, I feel pain in my back. I could stretch my legs. I have an itch. So this is labeling, and you can try very gently labeling your thoughts, aware of not judging them, just naming them exactly what they are. Sometimes thoughts are more descriptive thoughts. Your mind is trying to describe something, maybe walk yourself through a process, maybe talk to yourself about something that happened in the past and how it could have been different. Just notice. Come back to breathing in through the nose, and then breathing out through the nose or the mouth, softening the forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. Inhaling through the nose, listening to the sound of your breath. Exhaling through the nose or the mouth, seeing if you can sense a temperature in your breath. Allowing these anchors to bring you out of the mind and into the present moment. Sometimes our thoughts are more of a commentary, noticing what you see, hear, smell, or feel, and then you're commenting on those aspects. Notice if you can label them instead of comment with judgment. Am I kind of going down a rabbit hole or in a train of thoughts? Whenever you notice that your mind has wandered off, bring it back into witnessing. You might notice the content or quantity or energy of the thought, and then bring yourself back to the breath. Bring yourself back to the sensation of softening in your forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. Sometimes our thoughts are sort of relaxed, and at other times they have more intensity or compulsion. What is your experience around that? Return to softening the forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. Come back to noticing the breath after each time you notice that you've been off on a train of thought. Keep noticing your breath. Sometimes we're working with catastrophic thoughts, something that could be quite disturbing. You might open your eyes, turn that thought into a still image or a movie clip, and then kind of cast that image over onto the other side of the room on a wall or a window or the ceiling. Notice that image and put a frame around it. Take your eyes around the empty space on the outside of that frame a few times in each direction. If your thoughts are a little bit less intense and you can easily bring yourself back to witnessing, then you do not need to do that. Just save that for very strong, compulsive, or catastrophic thoughts. Feel the parts of your body that are touching the earth or the ground or a chair or bed. Noticing the warmth. Notice how the body is held. Just relax. Witness what's going on in your thought stream or in your thoughts right now. Coming back to breath awareness. Coming back to softening the forehead, eyebrows, and eyes. And as you're noticing thoughts, are they about the past or the future? Usually descriptive thoughts are about the present. Keep noticing your breath. Notice if your mind is getting bored. Maybe it's just starting to wander. Whatever it is that your mind is doing, keep bringing it back to witnessing without any judgment or feeling like you're a failure or your mind isn't working or you can't do this. Just notice what's happening right now. This is the nature of one layer of the mind, is to generate thought. We're just continuing to practice witnessing those thoughts. Notice if there's anything in particular that you need to be paying attention to before we go into Yoga Nidra. So So, part of this process of witnessing is we're giving our mind an opportunity to bring things forward. So, there might be something there that you need to work with. Maybe you can journal about it later or write it down. Maybe right now you want to take a moment to move your body, get yourself 1% more comfortable, adjust your position, take a few deeper breaths, let go of the thoughts, the stream of thoughts, all the thoughts that might be in your mind. See if you could allow them to become still and focus your mind on being awake and alert, breathing in and out through the nose. Let's do this a few times together. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath. Breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. Breathing in fully. Exhaling completely. Breathing in stillness. Breathing out presence. You can continue focusing on the breath as long as you need, but gradually we're going to let go of the breath and allow our mind to rest in stillness. As your mind continues moving to the thinking layer, just bring it back. You've had lots of practice with that right now, so just keep going back to these practices that you know. Breathing in, softening the forehead, the eyebrows, and the eyes. Breathing out, aware of the breath. Then continue releasing that and letting it go so you can find stillness. Let your mind be settled. Your focus is in your heart center, the seat of deep rest. Continue to notice if your mind is elsewhere. Bring it right back into your heart center. Maybe you are visual and you can imagine the color pink or green glowing in the heart center. You can imagine them swirling like a wheel at the heart chakra. Imagine that you are breathing in and out of your heart space. Your mind is awake and alert, undisturbed by thoughts in the mind. Let yourself be aware of the stillness. Continue focusing your awareness in the heart center. Imagine that you're breathing in and out through your heart chakra. Let your mind be still. Introduce awareness of breath as though it's flowing in and out of your heart center. Notice your breath as though you're breathing in and out. You are still awake and alert. Just some awareness of the breath. Now begin to let your awareness flow through your entire body. Follow the flow of your breath. Allow your breath to be continuous and smooth. Continue to observe if there are thoughts in the mind. If you've already drifted into sleep, you may simply stay there. And if you're ready to come back, let go of the breath awareness and bring yourself back to awareness of your entire body. You might want to deepen your breath, bringing a little bit of gentle movement into your fingers and toes. Notice what your experience was in our practice today. Take several moments to let your body come back into more of an awake state. And if you're lying down, you can turn over onto your left side, focusing your breath on the right nostril for just a moment. Notice your experience and the witnessing of the thoughts at the beginning of our practice. What was your experience? Was your mind fairly quiet this time? Was it busy? Were you awake? Did you fall asleep? Just notice all of those components of our practice. Thank you for practicing with me today. Be well, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.